I'm Nick Shakoour. Hello. Is it, how do you say hello in German?
No, in Dutch.
In Dutch?
Netherlands.
Oh, Holland.
Yeah.
This is Holland? This isn't Germany?
No.
Okay, I totally ruined it.
But
Bye.
we're neighbors, so that's okay.
How do you say it in Dutch?
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Nick. And I play Zebedee on The Chosen.
And what do you love most about your character?
I love that he's very free. He's spontaneous. And he has a good heart, but he's very, very strong at the same time. I love that about him.
And you've had quite some impactful events happen to you during production of this series. Could you tell us a bit about that?
Yes, during the tail end of season 3, as my journey on the show was happening and Zebedee's role was getting bigger and bigger, I decided to take an invitation I was offered by 2 of our construction guys, Seth and Brandon, who are former pastors. They said they had a church conference happening at the church they go to, and I begrudgingly said, okay, fine, I'll come. Next thing I know, I'm there, and one of their elder gentlemen is anointing my forehead and palms with holy oil, and 9 people laying their hands over me. They start praying, and all of a sudden I feel God's presence from the outside goes into my body, and flames start from the bottom of my feet, go through the top of my head, to the point where as the flame was passing through, it felt like all my organs were just being burned away, like I was being emptied out. And it was scary because I felt the sensation of what it was like to pass away. And that was frightening. Imagine you're on a deathbed and you're dying. To me, that sensation was so strong that it felt, of course, I've never personally been on a deathbed.
Reference.
But that's the best way I can describe it. And then once that was done, they had me start praying, and all of a sudden, it became so overwhelming. It felt like my skin and my body was going to explode into pieces because of his love is filled with, it's not, because when they say God's love, it's not even like human love. It goes, it goes way beyond human love to where, what is this? And you feel like you're gonna die, you're gonna break apart. And once it was all complete, I felt like I died and I came back to life, and I literally entered the world brand new. I mean,
you were a changed man.
It's, and the one thing that's, I think, a misconception with this, people think, oh, you're encountered God now, you're gonna be perfect, you're gonna be a saint. I know there's people that believe that, and that's fine, but I personally don't believe God comes in and lobotomizes you and like takes your brain out and says, you're gonna be this perfect. You're now walking with him in your journey, and you might stumble and fall. Get back up and keep pursuing him, because he's literally the best thing that's ever happened to me in this life, before anything else.
How long ago was this?
This was this past September of 2022.
Wow.
September 19th, I'll never forget. And look at what one invitation did by 2 of these men who felt compelled to tell me, hey, you should come. And I didn't know what I was even in for. And I cannot believe I'm standing here even talking about this. Because I never thought I would never experience something like this in my whole life.
No. And about your role, what I love is that you, to me, play Zebedee so well. And I can really see, if I see you now, I also see a piece of Zebedee in you, and the way that you say it, you bring you to set, and I see you in Zebedee, and that's very fun to see. And one of the things that I think would be funny is if I would ask Zebedee on parenting advice, since he is a father of 3 very stormy guys, what advice would Zebedee give for parents?
He would probably say something like, love your kids, cherish them, hug them, show them that you really care about them. But when they get out of line, all it takes is a look and be like, "Up!" Because they have to cower a little bit. You're their parent, they have to respect you. But also do that in love too. Because I think people these days especially confuse love with being passive and being okay with everything. That's not love. Love is having the strength and courage to step up and be like, hey, I see that you're hurting yourself. Let's sit down and talk about this. Love is not saying like, go for it. Yeah, like that cliff that you're going towards. Walk off, bro. I support you in that. That's not love. That's letting somebody commit suicide.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's leading people in love.
And I don't have all the answers, but the more time I spend with him, the more I'm getting to know how I believe he works.
So what in that process do you now enjoy most about being here on set? Like your work, God has put you in this place. You obviously love it. What do you love most about it?
What I love most about it is when they say, and that's lunch. And they put out the beautiful lunch buffet and we get to sit down and I get to, each time we have lunch, I join a different member of the crew and I start to talk to them and get to, it's fun. It's like it's like, oh, like we wrapped doing church and now we're gonna go eat. It feels, that to me is like the most, the scenes are fun, but to me being here and joining people for lunch, that's the most fun.
Thank you so much. That was great to hear from you. Thanks so much. I'm gonna love seeing you in the upcoming seasons. I hope.
It's gonna be fun. This season 4, it's gonna be very fun.
Well, I've been part of it just now. You weren't there, but I have been in a scene that I can't tell what it's gonna be because spoilers.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's gonna be awesome.
There's a lot going on all at once this season, season 4. There's a lot and it's accelerating very fast. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Can I give you a hug?
Yeah, of course.